Good morning, friends. This is Stacy Pinsky. Hope you're doing well here today. Sorry, even my hair is, not fully dry here yet, but wanted to catch you for some upcoming events here. Super exciting. I know it's, people really just love to learn, and that's why I want to pass on this blessing and stuff here for you as well. Let me share my screen for a couple of things that are going on. And let's see here. Thanks for your patience. Okay, this is the one I want. So getting used to technology. So there are too many of you to be, and not all of you are on Facebook here. So want to be able to just give you a couple of things that are happening here, and super excited, and you can benefit from them as well. So, always about, I know that the people that I surround myself are people of, great service to their friends and family and their community and stuff like that. So how can you increase your impact and do that efficiently, time-wise for your own family and for your own dreams that you want to do, but also helping other people right along the way, linking arms with like-minded people. So glad that you're here with us, and I believe that it is for a reason. So let's jump in here. So just get a quick couple of stories here just to keep you, engaged and interested in learning more and more about what I've got here to offer, because it can really benefit everybody. So just a quick wellness story. So later I'm going to be sharing with you the an event on Tuesday from where it comes from, a mental health place where they're helping not only children, but also, military families with PSTD, and but children, too, at the brain gut health, optimal wellness there. So, there's been so many people just even on the waiting list to try to get in to see mental health people. And so I've loved following them for a very long time, probably 7 years already now. And just to see, it all started with a mom just being curious of something for her own daughter. And she went to a workshop and started trying some things. And then now is to the point where, bringing on more and more staff members all the time, and helping with that brain gut health. And then also even a nurse practitioner that used to be in the, formerly in the ER, who could prescribe medications and stuff like that. But how can you look at natural options there first? And but it all started with a mom just curious about her own daughter's situation. And now she is, and what a great impact she has on all of these kids and the families with PSTD, and the, the kids' tummies are out of whack, and they're maybe people aren't sleeping, or there's anxiety or depression. I know myself, I've actually overcome some of that stuff there as well. So I've not through this clinic, but through my own research, kind of on a parallel path there of research. But this particular wellness clinic, it's in North Dakota, and now even her staff are getting healthy, clean meals right at their clinic. So how cool is that to just make it very holistic for every aspect of your life? So a wealth impact story. I'm going to tell you first on one about my own here. It's, and these, I'm going to just be on a regular basis to tell you these wellness stories and wealth stories and so forth, because there's a lot of people that are in the wellness business. There's a lot of people in the wealth business, but in my opinion, they actually really go together. So I like that holistic approach. But so for me, besides my wellness story that I hinted at there, so for us to be able to pay less money in interest to the bank for, a house loan, a car loan, a boat loan, whatever, student loans, I guess we don't even have those anymore. But everybody has debt, so you don't have to feel bad about this, but I want you to understand that there are things that are not taught in our schools or in all aspects of these wellness or wealth places of influence and knowledge and so forth there. So the so we've been able to using banking software, math advantage software there to be able to look at our scenario and say, what if we buy a car? What does it do to our debt situation? So my husband and I have been able to have better communication by using a tool that is, data based instead of emotional based, and what you feel like it is going to do to your financial future. So it takes a lot of the fear out of things, or the worry, or now you can actually have conversations about, well, that matters to me, but that doesn't, that sort of thing. So it's just a much more easier conversation to be able to talk about finances. So obviously want to bless marriages and and conversations about wealth for families and so forth there too. It's a very, some things are, even in the financial world are a very, which is my background currently right now. I'm in the wealth services industry, and used to be a math teacher. So, I had to go out of college not knowing a single thing about compound interest for how that's going to affect my financial future and stuff like that. But so I went after that. Then as I became a teacher, then I really sought out curriculum, to be able to help kids on everyday sorts of life issues, like teaching them how to use an Excel spreadsheet, or how to, what is the importance of compounding growth, or statistically significant things, so they could be critical thinkers of things in the news or whatever that's going around them. So, these are things that are not necessarily taught in schools. I used to be a teacher myself, and I went through, way more math classes than most people have, and so forth. And so why aren't these things being told? And, if it can help your relationships, or if you can think about, like, why are they stopping why are they doing a 10-year cutoff, cap on the Roth IRA, inherited Roth IRAs and inherited IRAs? That, I believe, is to stop some generational wealth there that was always available in the past. So, what, again, these are not always things that are going to be things that are readily known to people, the things that I'm going to be teaching you. But, if you think about the light bulb was invented in a time when there was no electricity. So let's do the best for your family and bless your situation for wellness and wealth needs. And it's a combination of both, I believe, so to truly set you free. I love some of my friends who have gotten money out of the way, and they can just go into a store, and they can just make an impact, anonymous, uh, the friends of mine they've paid for, they saw a military hat on, and they've paid for, the tires of this military family. So, what a blessing if you could be, serving in a more bigger way, even if it's, still with that humility and so forth that has been instilled with you as well. So let's get to upcoming events. Okay, and so again, I'm learning about things and have learned about things that the schools and, not all the professionals out there have studied and so forth there, including, like most doctors have taken, maybe a day at most in nutrition. So, and I've studied from nutritionists myself there, and have been super grateful that they have not been, that they've been allowed to. So at one point in 1986, I think it was, and even in Minnesota, they were trying to get rid of, people with credentials that have this knowledge that even health professionals don't have. So, but back on the well side here. So, so things not taught in school, but worth knowing. So tax advantage income or savings, math advantage tools to reduce debt and accumulate wealth, and increase communication between spouses. I told you about that story, my own story, where I think we're saving like $77,000 of interest, not paying that to the bank because of just certain calculations that are being used. So pretty incredible. Wellness solutions to reduce inflammation, increase metabolism, efficiency, and also increase your energy, your quality of sleep. Okay, that has been in my situation as well. And even though I was supposed to be on medication there my entire life, I've been medication free now for 7 years, so super proud of myself for finding that own research. But so efficiently expand your reach and your impact. So again, if you are a wellness provider, you get excited about helping people, but how can you impact, how much of your impact is if it's just one person in your office? Now that is a really great relationship, but then can you also plug them into um, other systems where you've got that relationship there that is high impact, but also getting them into other educational programs where they could also benefit. Even maybe part of their stress and their anxiety, their depression, is because they're not reaching their dreams and they're not reaching their financial potential and so forth, that they're fearful of the economy. So would you want to also plug them into a system like that, where now you're not maybe just a wellness professional, but you're also a wellness professional that is a true mentor and leader in all aspects of their life because you're giving them the right resources. So, and then I used to work for the number 3 top income earning advisory practice there for a Fortune 500 company. And everybody always wanted to know, like, what is it that they do differently? They wanted to be that fly in the wall. Even some of the managing partners and stuff like that, they wanted to learn what those top earners knew. So with the opportunity that I'm presenting to you, you're going to actually get to learn from top earners. There's not going to be any secrecy of what their tricks are for being able to overcome those insecurities of themselves, and then to show more of their own value and knowledge. Not doing it necessarily on your own, but how are you inviting people to be able to learn from those top earners is what you would be doing at the start and so forth. So, and then, so me as a business owner, it makes sense for me to, I don't study the beauty industry very much, but I do have customers that are interested in that, or they want to reduce the fine lines and wrinkles, or the rosacea of their skin, or the itchiness of their skin. So I don't know as much about that as I do about the health and the wellness stuff, and the wealth stuff. So so isn't it great for me to, like, just this last week, I sent an invite to somebody who I could very much trust that that Lisa, the beauty expert, was going to be able to help my friend explain more about what she has studied and uses for herself and so forth there. But for me as a business owner, I want to make sure that that person's going to stay with me, because I'm the one who's telling her initially about this information. She is a friend of mine, so then I can reward her versus, like, corporate not really knowing who she is and not being able to reward her properly and stuff like that. So what a blessing it is for me to be able to have, I'm at work, my 9-to-5 job, and my trusted colleague and expert in the field is able to teach my customers, and I can still benefit and reward, benefit, income-wise myself, but then also reward my customer with savings, or freebies, free products and stuff like that. So it really is a win-win situation for all of us. Now, you would never find that, like, in the wealth services industry, or even, so I would get, if I brought $1 million client to the practice, or even a $10 million client to the practice, which I've done, they, at most, I'm going to get is 50%, if I'm even lucky. Most of the time, I'm not even going to get that. So, but for me to be able to get, 100% credit for bringing that to the table, even if it was, even if I'm just a newbie to the person, I'm still going to get 100% credit, and it's not gonna hurt the person that also is in the teaching and using their time efficiently and stuff like that there as well. So Um, Lots of little nuances there that aren't going to quite make sense for you right now, but I just want you to start thinking, how can I open up my mind a little bit more? And I guess my timer's getting where I need to end here. So I do apologize that I'm going to go through this really quickly. But so others can out earn the more experienced and more connected if that's one's desire. Okay. So right now, just real quickly, there's the worker bees, and then there's the expert worker bees, and there's a coach, and there's managers, and there's senior managers, and then there's VPs, and so on, all the way up a corporate ladder, right? We all know about these sorts of structures. Or in schools, it's going to be teachers, and then teachers who have the masters and they've got their tenure, and they're superintendents and so forth. It's in every sort of organization that you can find. But so the worker bee ones, what if those are the people that are actually doing the most work, which is part of what I did as a teacher there as well. I wrote an entire curriculum with 2 other teachers, and still was let go because I was new. But so anyway, but what if those worker bees if they're actually doing more of the work, and do they have to wait for somebody to retire or to move to a different department? um, you know, do So for them to be able to get that manager level pay, that VP level of pay, I can, with my job, with this presentation that you would be able to access, it is something where you could out earn those managers or VPs in terms of income pay. It does not require education or more expensive education, I should say, or time spent. I mean, how many years do people go to get their masters or their PhDs? So that's a lot of time. This would be, a lot less time that you'd be inputting to be able to, because it's stuff that you're doing already anyway. You are just basically converting your own spending to earning, and then you're teaching other people what you're doing. So fun to have, be saving and saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in the tax, like in the cashback video that I just presented, or to be earning that sort of thing as well on your own spending, and then teaching other people how to do that, right? Okay, so you're going to be working smarter, not harder. And so I'm working backwards a little bit here in terms of time. Just wanted to let you know a couple things that that are pretty cool going on in our company right now. So we've got August 11th through the 14th, just kind of putting that in the back of your mind for right now. But the reason I bring this up is because it's our 30th anniversary, so that's incredible. And so for us to be able to, this is where I was telling you about the shop live, where Lisa was teaching one of my customers. I'm not economically connected to Lisa. She has no, she has, but she wants to teach her people about this product. And so she was, she's willing to open it up to other people because it leverages that time, because we are people of service that want to be able to, share that impact with other people. So that is the type of company that we are. And, how cool is it that my customer could learn from one of the very best, and that doesn't hold my customers back. And now we have the technology to support that as well. Other things that you see at conference are going to be, this is Dr. Deidre Mason, and she's, this is only in just a small snippet of all of the various technologies. She's the creator of a lot of our formulations for our wellness products and so forth. Pycnogenol, has been studied for over 40, 50 years. And, using that in isotonic form is one of our signature things that we have, where it can get into your system within 15 minutes. And so, it is second best to an IV, and who wants to be hooked up to an IV for the rest of their lives, right? So we have so many, patented ingredients and technologies that allow for, like slow release of chili peppers. You don't want that to be a fast release of chili peppers, in our TLS thermochrome. So just so many great things. Why are we using a specific ingredient for our eye health, or why are we using the astaxanthin in our skincare and also as our isotonics and so forth there. So, those are, we look for the most clinically effective things that are, that are $1 billion markets that are, that are people are wanting to use anyway there. So all clinically studied, but so great to have her on staff and to be able to learn from her. And she is coming to Milwaukee in May, so definitely want to come to that as well. The other thing, okay, and then so we also do get to learn how we are shopping from ourselves, and we're getting to earn money on that as well. And so even with just as small as maybe 10 people, committing to, and I'm going to make a video on this, committing to buying from themselves, like every month they could be getting like 500 some BV a month, IBV, internet business volume a month, on stuff that they're shopping for anyway. And if they just had 10 other people doing that, now you could be getting $300, $600, back in income from what you're shopping for anyway. And you get to choose 100%, but you get to benefit from also from what other people are spending for when you introduce them to the business and stuff like that. So super cool. You would not want to miss, our August 30th year convention and so forth. But I love where this company is going, because they realize that there's some problems, that things are not being taught in schools, right? For better life skills and life balance and overall well-being, right? So they are now, going to have activities for kids. I'm super excited for that. I was planning on bringing my kids anyway, and but to have be really intentional about that, where they're going to have activities for kids, because the kids that grow up into this entrepreneurial sort of world, I mean, they will have the slight edge that you want them to have as parents. So these are real life skills, to be able to talk to people, listen to people, and then offer solutions for when they might bring up an issue that they're having in their life. And the time efficiency is super important for me. I'm a busy mom. I'm busy in my kids' lives and my community and my family, my extended family, which I all very much love to do, right? So our goal, so we have this, it just started about a week or two ago. It just started, and I personally am getting mentored by somebody who has, she's been in the business for, her and her husband have been in the business for 20 some years. They live in Florida, and they have the ear of our CEO and founder of our company. So, she's in monthly, if not weekly, conversations with him, and he's even emailing her, checking up on her, and so forth. So feel so honored to be a part of that, but that is also a blessing that you get, because you get to be a part of learning from me and top earners and stuff like that as well. So our goal for this 53-week or 52-week challenge is to share with 2 people per week. Doesn't sound that hard, right? Listen to people, just truly be in relationship with people, and listen to where they may have something that you could offer as a solution. And if they try it and they love it, we're asking you to have like 20 to 30 customers who love our products, because not everybody wants to be a business owner. So you'll have plenty of customers. But when I was in the wealth services industry and worked for those advisors, I mean, they had 500 of their top clients. But then, so how many clients did they actually have? Probably thousands, maybe even 11,000 I saw. It was like, in terms of like prospects that they talked to. I ran their books, so I definitely knew. Okay, so moving on, want to get to, and here's my alarm again here, so I really do have to get going. Okay, so but I gave you that video last week, so that was super fun. Hope you guys are watching that. This is where you can just try it out. It's free, right? Add hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax-free cash back, double dip your savings even. So spend some this is everybody's looking for that in terms of inflation, high gas prices, and being a leading indicator of what is to come in the grocery stores, the gas gas prices, the travel, the the clothing, all of that is reliant on gas prices and so forth. So we are just at the tipping point of it, like they said, this is the highest inflation it's been in 40 years. Um, but this is a free resource for you. It is just a total labor of love. And if you watch this video, you will double dip your savings, add hundreds and thousands of dollars of tax-free cash back, and best price comparison shopping. So you want to definitely look at my YouTube channel, and it's called Tax Advantage Savings or Earnings. There's a link if you need it. Again, we're giving less money to Uncle Sam. If you want to just dive in, that my site is www.shop.com/silversmith. And Silversmith is one that is my own site, is my own mission, so that I look like a silversmith looks, at their silver to see if they can see the reflection. God does that with us to make sure that that we are living out in His goodness and passing that on, and that's my mission. So if you do that, I will be able to reward you versus corporate will not know who you are. But www.shop.com/silversmith. Okay, so these are the upcoming events, and some of you have seen this on Facebook. So normally on Tuesdays, I've been meeting with Beth and her team to be able to present the business model and so forth. So I'll move that to Thursday this week. And they can do that in my house because normally we're leveraging Beth and Pip's time on Tuesdays. But since there's this other event that I'm really super passionate about, we're moving this one to my house on Thursday. And I would just love for you to be my guest and be in person, right? So this we kind of talked about, before, but how great would it be to get, $300 to $3,600 per week, unlimited potential income going forward there. It might start as a monthly income, but then eventually working it up towards a weekly income, paying for that car payment, maybe it's sending your kid to a certain school or whatever it is. This week is Tuesday, April 12th, 7 o'clock Central Time. You can come to my house if you live in the Twin Cities area. This is Val and her team, where she's helping with mental health, a little bit of a focus on grief, which, grief could be a loss of a family member, a loss of a pet. It could be the loss of freedom. It could be loss of the good old days. Maybe it is, maybe it's the 7 stages of grief, or how many ever stages it is, where you were in denial on for something, and now you feel like you're grieving this loss of, what you stood for in the past, or, it just could be lots of things. And then, new information came out and you're grieving that whole process. So it could be that, but it is, for, she does help children, but she does also help, adults as well there. So, but the main, and I've learned a lot from her, just, so such a great resource. So come to my house on Tuesday. If you're not in the Twin Cities area, text me and I will give you the Zoom link. But come to my house on Tuesday or on Thursday. So either one of those, text me 952-270-2796, and I will get you plugged in for either one of those events. And then this is just I'm looking for, I'm envisioning, a couple of girlfriends coming with me. I got 2 tickets. They are both $80 each. So if you come to this event, you will get to learn from our amazing Dr. Deidre Mason, who, like I said before, does a lot of our formulations and creations of those formulations. So she is such a wealth of knowledge. She is a naturopathic doctor, but she emphasizes complementary approaches to chronic disease using a diverse combination of Western botanical medicine, physiotherapy, and conventional medical therapies. And she is just amazing to learn from. So if you have a passion to be able to help other people, you would definitely want to come and learn from her. Or if you want to learn for yourself, you definitely want to learn from her. What I'm doing for this is, so I've already paid for 2 tickets beyond for myself. And so you would be able to learn from her first and the rest of the amazing people. So there'll also be like Lee Rader, a beauty expert there, and Jim Winkler, he'll be there, who's has sent his 5 kids to school being debt free and is a big proponent of the debt shredder. He will be there as well. So you will not need to pay me the $80 until you have attended the event. And if you decide that, that it was not really worth your time and that sort of thing. So you do not need to pay me the $80, the ticket. It would just be your driving and hotel and food that you would be paying for. But I will not require you to pay the $80 ticket, because I really want you, I believe in this so strongly that, and it's such a need out there for people. So I'm willing to foot the bill if you feel like that this is not worthwhile for you. But would love to have 2 people join me in Milwaukee in person. And then if you are interested in beyond that, there are some online tickets available as well. But those you would need to pay for. So the ones that if you come in person, I would be willing to offer you the rebate there, because it is so important to be in person and learn from these amazing people. If you want to know our Market America YouTube channel more about Dr. Deidre Mason, she talks on junk science versus science-based supplementation. And then she's also got Dr. D's Essential 9. So those are 2 incredible videos, but you would know a lot more about what sets us apart and what Dr. D stands for and helps help formulate in terms of synergy and delivery methods. I mean, there's just so much thought that goes into these amazing products that that are changing people's lives. So for the better, for wealth and wellness, wealth and health, wealth and wellness. Sorry, just trying to get wrap it up here. So, okay, so you got 2 action items here. Invest in yourself, give it a test drive. These are some free resources. Some of them are, and other ones are ones that I want you to be able to text. But you will, so you can text me. Basically here, I'm not asking you to spend money on anything. Okay, I'm asking you to invest in yourself and get some additional training. So that's what sets me apart from everybody else. They are asking you to follow their program, buy their book, blah, 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 blah. I am asking you to invest in yourself. And I will actually pay you retail profit for products that are sold. So I would love to do that. And that's all while you are learning. So this is, if you want to text me again, Stacy Pinsky, 952-270-2796 to attend a learning event that I just told you about. Or if you wanted to jump into, adding hundreds of thousands of tax-free dollars and cash back, double dip your savings. And then there's my site specifically there as well, www.shop.com/silversmith. Go to the very bottom, you'll see a ton of accolades. If we look at the stores, we've got thousands of stores that have, their legal teams looking at our company and saying that, giving their stamp of approval with their due diligence and stuff to be able to partner with us. So that's a free resource right there for you. And, value to you is going to be priceless. And those learning events, those are for those people that are truly of service and want something different in their way that they show up in their meaningful work for themselves, and then their quality time for their family and freedom to be able to do as they wish, including even blessing other people. So thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon, and I can't wait to see you at one of these events.